What's happening today, everybody? This is Aztecross. Alright. So as you know, we've had a couple subclasses here get crotch shot these past few days, or at least yesterday. And so, yeah, I think we need to go in and address the elephant in the room. Now, we're only going to address one of them, which is Warlocks. So if you don't really give a shit about Warlocks, well, you ain't got to watch this video. I ain't even going to make you stay here and watch it. Anyways, get back to Warlocks. If you would have asked me a week ago if Warlocks were overpowered, I would have denied it all the way to the grave, man. You would have said something along the lines of, God, I hate fucking Sunsingers. Man, the grenades are so overpowered. And me? Oh, shit. Well, I'll just keep sipping on my tea and keep throwing them fireball grenades. Because guess what? Yeah, I was one of those whores. And no doubt about it, it definitely worked out really well, especially in trials. Nothing like landing just a little smidgen of a shot, just to throw a fireball grenade and watch them burn away. But the thing about it is, that has been kind of nerfed, destroyed. There's no kind of about it. The fact is, you can't really burn nobody the way you used to. So, what is the class that we need to go about using? And that's what we're going to talk about today. Alright guys, so Voidwalker. So this is my setup right here. I love to rock manacles with scatter grenades, man. That's just deadly. You definitely want to have blink, because nothing like being able to jump around and move around. Mobility is very important. Now I've got Shatter. You can either swap between Shatter and Lance. Shatter is just kind of what I was using. I was in a 6v6. I wanted a little more spread, but again, Lance is really good as well. I've seen a lot of people do really well with Lance. It just depends on how you work. I am notorious for missing supers, so that is why I use Shatter before anyone asks. So real, man, extremely important as well. This will, of course, shorten the cooldown of your super, man. Annihilate, you want to just have that in store. Also, Embrace the Void. Embrace the Void is really important. This will give you your health back on each grenade kill. A lot of people were saying, well, what about Bloom? Bloom is good too, but the thing about it is, this is what I find to be more important, especially in trials. Embracing the Void, man. If you're gonna, nothing seems to really, other than groups of people, like if you have groups of players coming at you, then Bloom maybe, like in a 6v6 type environment. But even at that, man, Embrace the Void to me is more important. Because in a lot of 3v3 situations, like trials in particular, you want to get that health back as soon as possible. And it works not only with your grenades, but also with your Nova Bomb, which is really nice. You happen to get caught, in a burn by an incendiary grenade or Sunsinger, you can, of course, get your health back on that. So that's why you really want to really go after Embrace the Void big time, guys. Alright guys, so what I actually rock on my other one is Stormtrance. Stormtrance is not bad at all either. I like to rock claws though, guys. I want to give myself that extra melee, and if you want to increase your strength a little more, go ahead and do that as well. I don't really like the grenades. I don't like any of the grenades. Arc Bolt is a good grenade, probably the only one that I find really good. Don't get me wrong, Storm Grenade's good, but it takes it a while to activate, and I don't know, to me it just seems like it's really easy to avoid people whenever you throw that Storm Grenade. So I like Arc Bolt a bunch. The only thing bad about Arc Bolt is, like, if you throw it past them, it has to do a rotation before it can hit them from behind. You see where I'm coming from? So the point where it actually takes effect does not activate immediately. So you got to wait for that, those milliseconds. But of course, that adds up. I like to really run Ionic Blink, which gives you that ability to teleport during your Storm Trance. This really throws the enemies off, and it actually gets them, because they can gun you down, but when you do that, it throws them off a bunch. Amplitude to amplify my range of my Thunder Strike. That's a big one to me. If you want to get where Thunder Strike charge your super, that's okay too, especially in 6v6. But I know in 1v1 situations, I want to be able to amplify that Thunder Strike as much as I can, because especially since I like to run shoddy with this setup a bunch, I want to be able to land if I know if I'm not going to get close enough. And so I get one shot off with that, my Party Crasher. They're backing up from me, they're backpedaling. So you want to be able to land that Thunder Strike on them, and it gets them at insane ranges. Also, feedback is what I run with too. Incoming melee attacks fully recharge and intensify your Thunder Strike. you know, you can change this up. Transcendence is really good as well. You know, that, so I mean, either one of those is really fun. Feedback is one of those, you know, if I do get into a melee fight, the only thing bad about feedback is by the time you actually get meleeed, you're probably dead. But then again, you know, it just depends, man. Good as far as incoming melee attacks fully recharged your Thunder Strike. So even with the double melees, and I'm rocking like a T11 setup, I don't quite got enough for the T12, and so I don't even have my strength all the way up. My strength's only at T1, but I'm always having a melee charge ready with feedback on. And also arc web, enemies damaged by your grenades chain deadly lightning to nearby enemies. You know, again, guys, choose what you want out of this. Perpetual charge is also a nice one. The only thing bad about perpetual charge is you're not going to always land a kill with those nades. You see where I'm coming from? And you already got stuff that's boosting your melee. What I want to do with this setup as much as I can is get my melee back as quick as possible and get up close to enemies with a shotty, because that's the thing, man. You come in, you land that shot, even if you only knock down like you know, not even half their health, you can hit them, you can far range them with that Thunder Strike and go ahead and knock them down. So these are the setups that I've been kind of leaning more toward here lately, guys, since the nerf here to Sunsinger, which was an actual significant nerf. I mean, I've played with Sunsinger, but you got to think about it. I really liked Viking Funeral, and on top of that, you know, the shield takes 0.3 seconds to activate, the overshield, and so these are all things that are really knocking Sunsingers in the lip. So if you have always run Sunsinger, give these setups a try. Again, Voidwalker with manacles and scats. Use the same setup that I got. See what you like about it. Promise you, it won't let you down. That's always been a really good go-to setup for me. Stormcaller, this is a good setup as well. Again, though, I run Voidwalker way more than I run Stormcaller. Stormcaller is good, but I love blinking too much. And like the only reason why I would ever use Sunsinger over Voidwalker was to use that OP grenade. You know what I mean? So that's the only reason. Anyways, guys, I hope this video helped you. Again, I'll be going over Hunters and Titans real soon. Titans and Sunbreakers got a significant buff, you know, and Blade Dancer kind of got a buff in a way that it's different. It's like it's the way the supers work, and I'm gonna go into all of that. Gunslinger got kind of a slap in the mouth, and so did Shade Step, man. Shade Step, you cannot Shade Step twice in a row, which is a killer, because I love rolling on the ground, man. That shit was my stuff, dude. People always be like, why you always Shade Step after every kill? And I'm like, because I fucking love it. I love it, man. It's my favorite move. But of course it got a little nerf too, and I'll go over all of those as well. I just want to hit Warlocks up real quick before we moved on. Guys, thanks so much for coming and watching. I'll catch all of you later.